Cars, news, tinsel, who needs them? We're redefining what it means to live well as you get older.
Today, we're sharing some social norms that we no longer follow and why.
Ever feel like you're stuck on autopilot, just following the crowd? We did for years. We were social norm robots.
But then we hit the brakes and realized there were a whole bunch of social norms that weren't doing it for us anymore.
These days, we're all about ditching the ones that don't spark joy for us. And trust us, there were a bunch.
Now, this video isn't about making you do what we do. It's more about sparking, should I really be doing this moments.
Ditching social norms can be tricky. You might even get a few raised eyebrows. But the freedom you get is totally worth it. Stay tuned to find out why we've ditched everything from cars to, well, let's just say that our bathroom habits might surprise you. This one gets a lot of people in a tiz because everyone thinks that you need to stay abreast to know what's going on. And I know, like you're always arguing with your mum because she's still yeah, she has to share the news.
She tells me you have to stay informed.
Yeah, and it's like we just do not buy into that. Long ago, when we still had a TV, we'd do what everyone else did. You get up in the morning, you put the TV on, and it's stuff going into your ears. You get home from work, and it's the same thing. And then I think around about 2012, we came across a guy called Will Bowen, who was creating a complaint-free world, and he suggested going on an extended news fast.
And I mean, ever since then, we've pretty much not tuned into the news.
Yeah, and I mean the thing is, like, it's not like you miss out on anything because stuff comes up. People tell you things. There'll be a poster up or whatever. You're
on certain groups that people share stuff, you know, so you get to know things.
But that 24/7, like the way the news is fed to us now on repeat, just sort of straight into your consciousness, is not good for you.
Yeah, so there was a study of the Boston Marathon and how people were taking in that news. And they proved that the people that watched the news of that event were as stressed as the people that were actually there, which blows my mind.
Yeah, they were watching it for a certain amount of time, and we'll link that study as well. But it's fascinating. You know, it's just because the news is fed to us constantly. It's just on repeat, and they make it.
Well, I mean, you're rewatching the event over and over again instead of just, you know, being there when it happens and then it's over.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, knowing that something happened at the other end of the world doesn't benefit you, it doesn't benefit the people. So if it's something that you hear about and it's close to you, find out if there's a way to donate or something. We often do that. Otherwise, like, our thing is just to get out in our community and make a difference where you can.
Yes.
So, and I must say, I think it's another one of those things that we're much happier for not doing, is that
it definitely contributes to a much calmer, serener state of mental well-being.
Yeah.
If you think our information diet is unusual, just wait until you see how we've finished our home. Or should I say, not finished our home.
I think it was around about 2012 we sold our car, and then we spent the next almost decade living without a car, and it was probably one of the happiest times of our lives. It was just so stress-free and easy to just get around using public transport or walking or cycling.
Yeah, we were lucky. We lived in the city, and here in Cape Town the public transport is amazing. So we're looking forward to getting back there. Some of the benefits of not owning a car, obviously the cost, petrol, insurance,
car maintenance,
car licensing, etc. Lots of admin that you don't have to do.
You don't have to worry about where to park your car, to find to rent a place with secure off-street parking.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's just such an easy life.
And you inadvertently get fit because you don't have a choice. You have to walk to the shops. You have to carry your stuff back. You know, it's fantastic.
Yeah, and often you choose to walk even if there is a bus. So we bought a car again at the end of lockdown of 2020 because we were moving to a farm. So we've had a car for 2 years, but in the next few months we're moving back to town, and probably one of the first things we'll be doing is selling our car.
Yeah.
So
we'll miss her because she's super sweet, but
I won't miss the admin, that's for sure, or the costs. Because I mean, like for instance, if you want to go away for a weekend, you just hire a car.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, the money you save from owning a car offsets
Easily.
the money that you spend on a hire car.
Yeah. So, big win.
So this is one of my favorite subjects, lifestyle experiments initiated by my beautiful wife in 2008. Ange decided that she doesn't want to move all our stuff anymore, and she suggested that we sell everything and rent furnished. So, I mean, originally I balked at the idea, but eventually I came around, and that was sort of the beginning of our mind opening into, I mean, we can call it minimalism, but we're not confirmed minimalists, I guess.
No, I'd say by a lot of standards we are. We're not those extreme, we only own 50 things. But getting rid of so much stuff opened our minds to the fact that there are other ways of living. You don't have to have certain things that traditional, the social conventions. So initially we got rid of all our stuff. We've done a few lifestyle experiments, which we'll link in the description, but our latest one, which started a few years ago, is that we no longer live with furniture. We live on the ground. We don't have a couch, we don't have a bed, we don't have chairs.
We don't have a TV.
We've got floor desks, and I think we are stronger, happier, fitter than we've ever been.
Yeah. Our furniture-free lifestyle might seem strange, but it's nothing compared to how we handle holidays.
Spoiler alert, Santa doesn't stop at our house.
We don't celebrate mainstream holidays anymore.
At all. And I get that this is going to be controversial for a lot of people who love the holidays, but for us, it's not a thing.
So many years ago, before we actually got together, we both celebrated all the holidays at full tilt, did everything we were supposed to do. And it was really just very stressful and not fun at all.
It was expensive and stressful.
So much pressure.
Yeah,
Sorry.
That's okay. You bought people presents because you felt like you had to. I mean, I shudder to think what ended up on the landfill because of all our efforts.
Yeah, and you eat stuff you don't normally eat. You go to places you don't normally go to. So, I mean, for us, it wasn't that enjoyable. And then once we got together, I think we tried one Christmas.
We had one half-hearted attempt, and we stuck up some tinsel, and we thought, no, this isn't for us. And these days we decided instead we'll rather volunteer wherever the opportunity arises, because to be clear, we like the feeling that comes around it at Christmas time. The decorations in the malls and
the festive vibe. Everyone is joyful and the family and whatever. But
we found different ways to celebrate. So one of our favorite things is to do a shoebox. There's a thing called Santa's shoebox.
Yes.
And we always pick 2 children from that, and we make them each a shoebox. So we still actually go Christmas shopping, but it's not in the traditional sense.
We've saved the best for last. Our final social norm might have you rethinking your bathroom trips. We don't flush the toilet every time we go. Now, let me be clear. Obviously, this doesn't mean we don't flush number twos. We skip flushing number ones.
Yeah, we let it wait every few goes.
Yeah. So this came about some years back. Cape Town, or Western Cape, I think, had a massive water crisis. I mean, it was so bad they even called it Day Zero, because they had a thing where we would probably run out of water. And there were sort of huge initiatives to get everyone to figure out how to use less water. And we were, taking bucket baths. We weren't flushing every time and that kind of thing.
Yeah, so then that habit stuck. So eventually it started raining again, and then we didn't have to worry about water. But we realized that every time you flush the toilet, it's, I don't know, I can check and put it below, but it's liters that you're wasting every single time. And what we discovered is it's also, it reminds you to hydrate, because if you don't hydrate, your wee is going to be yellow and smelly. But if you drink a lot of water, it's clear there's no smell. I mean, TMI, so what? So we've realized that you can leave it for like 3 or 4, maybe even 5 goes, depending on if you're measuring out your toilet paper.
We'll link to our frugal living tip.
But it's not necessary, and people who have septic tanks do this anyway. So we do that. And then recently, this is just a really cool aside, we used to use that spray to eliminate a smell. And then we watched this video about this guy. He's a Japanese guy, and he said that they clean their toilet every single day. So then I said to Sporty, well, if I clean the toilet every single day, then we don't have to waste money on toilet spray.
Yeah, and putting weird stuff into the environment.
Yeah, I mean, we buy eco-friendly ones, but it saves us the money, and it's another bottle that we don't have to send to recycling. So,
and not to mention that water is a finite resource.
Yeah, let's not forget.
We will run out of it if we keep on just using it willy-nilly.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about giving social norms the boot? We'd love to hear more about your take on this in the comments. Next is our blooper segment, where you get to have a good old laugh at our expense.
After that, we'll recommend another video to watch, so hit pause and go make some popcorn.
Cars, news, tinsel, who needs them? We are redefining what it means to have a fantastic life as we get older.
Live well.
Live well. Oh, I did the toilet one.
Well,
you made me do the toilet one.
Well, you had to do the toilet one. Okay, just go.
If you think our information diet is unusual, then just wait until one of the other ones.
Until there's another one that you'll probably think is weirder.
Hang on a moment, Nachapi. Can we finish here first?
You call in a Nachapi?
The one whose head is flipping around.
Can you just get it right so we can...
Just be patient.
If you enjoyed this video, then you should definitely check out our Working on the Floor video, where we basically thumb our noses at traditional work norms.